How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now today's video is going to be a big update video, not just for the go-kart but for the channel as a whole. So to get started, I'm wanting to explain why I've been a little bit absent from making YouTube videos recently, and it's a pretty big reason. I actually got married recently, so like 3 weeks ago on July 30th I got married to my lovely girlfriend of 5 years. So that being said, July and a lot of the first part of August have been crazy busy with all sorts of wedding stuff and just logistical things with the wedding. And then obviously we went on our honeymoon and we went to Hawaii, so that was cool. But now I am back in San Diego and I've been dying to work on the go-kart and do car stuff again. So that whole time I've been away, I've been like planning different ideas for what to do with the go-kart. So that's really what today's video is going to be, is we're going to kind of kick off, you know, where we left off before all that stuff happened. So I got a ton of parts in the mail for the go-kart to upgrade it and to continue along the active aero wing project, which is why Matt came over today. We're going to continue that and kind of fill you guys in on what our plans are for the go-kart now. Alright, so don't mind the fridge in the garage here. That'll be gone tomorrow. But so here's the go-kart. Like I said, hasn't been moved out that much, but we have got a ton of parts for it and some pretty cool stuff in the works. And a bunch of different videos I want to do. I've got written down in my little video book. But today's video is going to really have one purpose, aside from just updating you guys on the go-kart currently and like what our future plans are. We're gonna be working on fixing that problem that we were having before with the torque converter. So I got parts from Go Power Sports for that, so I'll go over that in a second. But hopefully we can get this thing running smoothly today and have a little fun with it before it gets too dark. Alright, so the first order of business, like I said, we're going to be tackling the problem that we were having before with the go-kart revving up really high and not going anywhere. And a lot of you guys, I posted that video and so many of you guys were kind enough to respond and let me know that it probably wasn't an engine problem and it was most likely a torque converter problem, which is awesome because I didn't really know what was going on, because before this go-kart I've never really dealt with torque converters, so this is the first time something has ever really gone wrong. So what I did was I got a new belt, and I don't know if this had anything to do with it, but this I think it's brass, this little brass bushing that goes over the drive pulley or the drive shaft snapped in half, so I ordered this too. So I'm really hoping it has something to do with the belt or maybe even this. And it doesn't have something to do with the pulley because I didn't order any new pulley parts. So if it is that, then I'll have to order that, and that's going to be another 60 bucks, which will suck, but got to do what you got to do to get this thing running. So we're going to go ahead and tackle this first, pull the pulley off, pull the old belt off, and start it up and see if it works. So I got the, we'll go over the new parts I got later aside from this torque converter stuff, but I got some new exhaust parts and I took the stock muffler off, and so we're gonna put that back on before we try and start this thing for the sake of my neighbors. So neighbors, if you're watching this, be thankful because it is loud. I actually started it up real quick without the muffler on, just straight open header, and it shot flames, so it was really cool. So maybe we'll do a video on that when we like aren't anywhere near people or civilization. We're possibly planning a trip to the, what is it called, the Roadkill Zip Tie Drags?
In January, yes,
January, sir. Out in Prescott. Did I say it right?
Is it in Prescott?
It's in Arizona. So yeah, we're planning on bringing the go-kart out there along with
Prescott.
I think so.
Oh, I have family there. We can stay with my family.
Oh, well, dope. Then we don't have to sleep in your truck.
No, if it's in Prescott. I have family in Prescott. I didn't realize.
I don't know. I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, no.
All right, so we got the pulley off. And we took the old belt off, which was partially shredded. I mean, it's not too thin, but it's definitely thinner than like the one you buy new. So that could be part of it. I know some people said the belt could be like rolling over itself when you get under power. Then also, like I said, we got this new bushing. I guess it's bronze, it's not brass. And so you can see the other one that we had, it snapped into two pieces. Well, it was one, it snapped like this, and then I accidentally broke it into two pieces. So we got a new one of that from Go Power Sports. So that was only like a few bucks. Whoops, there it goes. So we'll put that on, and then we'll throw the new belt on. I might try and get some of this caked on like rubber stuff off before we do that, and then we'll go ahead and try and start her up. So when you put a belt on, there's a part of the belt that kind of has a concave cut to it, and then there's a part of the belt that's flat. You want the flat side, I'm pretty sure, facing in this way, so when it hits up against this, it's and then when you put the pulley on, the concave side meets with the concave side of the belt. So we tried to develop a more efficient way to unload this thing out of the garage rather than picking it up. So we tried using these little ramp things. Starting up for the second pull in like, I think like 2-3 weeks. All right, hopefully she works. Chain's really loose. We need to tighten that chain. But it runs. It's good. Yeah, it's just a really loose chain. I think the chain stretched out a lot after driving it for a while, so we gotta figure out some sort of fix for that. But I think we fixed the issue before, because I gassed it just like I did in that one video where it was like revving up really high and being weird. You know, so I think it's good to go. So you want to get behind the wheel now?
Sure.
All right, put it in the start mode. There you go. He lost his hat. Now he's trying to turn around. I think he just bottomed it out on this person's driveway. Yep. So, aside from the loose chain, we fixed the original problem.
Did. Sounds good.
So,
runs good.
Sounds good, runs good. So, new belt and that bronze bushing for the drive pulley seem to fix the problem. So, all you subscribers and viewers that commented and suggested that I get a new belt or that it was the torque converter rather than the engine, thank you for that, because you saved me from a lot of confusion and probably a lot of unnecessary money that I would have spent. So, I think we want to fix the chain because it's pretty loose, so we don't want any weird stuff happening and then have it actually break more than it was before. So we'll fix that in another video, but I think for now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over all the new parts that I got in the mail for this thing. All right, so what'd you do? Oh, did you just drop one thing? Okay, so over the past few weeks, even though I hadn't been putting out a video, I did order a good amount of parts. And I know for the longest time people have said, order some engine parts. So I finally did. So I went ahead and went on to OMB Warehouse and ordered their Stage 1 Predator 212 engine upgrade kit. I wanted to do Stage 1 just because, you know, it was good warming up to mods, and it still was pretty expensive for, like, I think the mod kit that I got was like just as much as the engine itself, which is kind of crazy, but thank you, Harbor Freight. So now we'll go ahead and display the parts. You want to show them the new exhaust. So we got a new header. So this header is going to replace the stock muffler, so it'll really free up some of the exhaust back pressure. So I got this header as part of the kit. It's not a J. I don't know what shape it's called, but it fits perfectly off the engine with our setup. And then a big thing, the reason why I want to get this one in particular is because at the end here it's got a threaded section for a removable muffler. So this also came with the kit. It was an add-on, but it was like only $8 more, I think. So that way, if the straight pipe header is too loud, which I imagine it's going to be a lot louder than it is now, so when we're driving around the neighborhood here, it's already pretty loud, so this will hopefully quiet it down a little bit. Obviously not as much as the stock muffler will. So first add-on was the new header and muffler. So the next thing we got here was, I'm going to show them the air filter. So we got a new high flow air filter. It's a pretty big air filter for the size engine, so that'll really free up some, again, some pressure of trying to, you know, withdraw in air for the intake. So high flow air filter, I think it's a K&N maybe, but I got that also in the upgrade kit. So I don't think it does say on there. So that's cool. So it's the air filter and then also the adapter to fit on the end of the carb for this engine. And then the next thing I got were some new valve springs. So these are Honda 18-pound valve springs. So this will help prevent valve float, and that's especially important since we did remove the governor on this. And I'm really thankful that that belt torque converter fixed that thing, and it wasn't because of the governor. So that made me feel a lot better because I felt like I just wrecked a perfectly good motor the minute that problem started happening. So this will reduce valve flow, and it'll keep the valves open, and help, I think these, you know, add more power and whatnot. So, oh, of course we got a new sticker, so can't go without new stickers. So that'll be added to the sticker bomb toolbox that we take with us when we bring it out to shows and whatnot. This isn't really a performance part, but I got a new hex key set. It was like the upgrade kit from OMB Warehouse was like $97, and if you got over $100 or over $99, you got free shipping. So I just ordered this to get the free shipping because it was cheaper than this itself. So that was cool. And then it says this is a flywheel offset key. I haven't really done much research into, you know, if I should do this or not, but I thought I got a carb jet, so I think there's a carb jet in here as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, because some of you probably know better. But this is also, it says it's an ABC Racing 8-degree offset flywheel key. So I'll do some research, see what the deal with that is, and if we want to do that, or I don't know if they just put this carb jet in a flywheel key packaging, but this is kind of what it looks like. There's a long piece and then two short pieces and then some sort of adapter for, it looks like the exhaust. Okay. Alright, so the next big upgrade here has to do with the active aero wing project that we had embarked on a few videos ago. So as you guys remember, or if you haven't, check that video out, but this was the mount that we built for the go-kart. So it's an under mount style bracket where it mounts underneath the go-kart to the two bearings. And now we just ordered, I had said to you guys before, I was either gonna make a wing or order a wing for it. I ended up just ordering one because it was a lot easier. So I went on Amazon, $60 for this aluminum. It's actually for a car, but it's very small, so I imagine it'd be for like a Mini Cooper or something. So it's an aluminum metal wing, and so we're gonna modify the brackets and have it mount to that. So this is the bracket that it comes with to mount to your car. So we're gonna mount the wing to the top here, and then part of it will mount to our thing, and then the other part will be for making it the active aero. So that'll be in the videos to come. So it'll look pretty cool. Matt, can you hold it up there for a second? Show them like the kind of the width of, it's a pretty good fit. If it was any bigger, I would probably cut it down, but it stays within the track width of the go-kart itself. So it's a cool little wing. I was pretty happy with it for 60 bucks. What do you think, Matt?
It'll look really good.
Yeah. So it has these little winglets on the side that you can bolt on. I still haven't added those on yet. But then we'll go ahead and mount that up, and hopefully it won't require too much custom fab to get it working right. But I think it'll look pretty cool on the end of it when it's all finished and working. So that is all of the mods. Am I missing anything, or that's all you can think of right now? But there's plenty of other mini little projects that I want to do as time goes on, and I'll announce those as they come. But for now, all those performance mods we're going to be installing in the next video, and then the wing and stuff like that. So lots of stuff to come. Why'd you stop? It's probably not getting the gas pickup because it's all sloshing front, but that's something I gotta fix. Is this brake caliper likes to go all cockeyed and kind of wobbly.
Probably a new mallet too.
Yeah, smells. Seen better days. But so that's another thing that I'm going to be doing in the future here is kind of like a go-kart, like 30,000 mile service. So we've ran this thing, so we got it running to like where it is, I think in January of 2015. So it's been almost like, what?
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Since January of 2015?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, keep going. Very cool.
Yeah, so we've almost had this thing running like kind of where it is for now. Because January 20, and maybe it was a little bit after that, because I painted it December of 2014 during winter break from school. And so, or no, maybe it wasn't that long. Yeah, it was the winter of my junior year. Oh yeah, so that it was January of 2016. Okay, all right. January of
Matt was right, guys.
Yeah.
Matt was right.
January of 2016 was when we got it pretty much running to the caliber of where it is now. So it's kind of due for a service, and that's part of the reason why I was having that weird brake thing. So eventually, once we get all the mods on and we kind of get it running good and stuff, I'm going to break it down, we'll take it apart, and we'll just kind of service it and make sure everything's running good. It's leaking a little bit of oil because I think when we did the governor removal, the gasket didn't seal all the way on the cover here, the crank cover. So we'll go through, we'll take the brakes off, we'll bleed new brake fluid, kind of do the whole 9 yards and see what it needs, and then obviously observe any welds and kind of see how well it's held up over the driving, because we've put a good, not like hundreds of hours, but probably, you know, I'd say maybe 30-40 hours of driving on this chassis now. So I think it's due for a service. So after we do all the mods and stuff and the wings all good to go and we get that done, we'll go ahead and service it and like break it down and analyze if there's anything else that needs to be swapped out. So, but this thing's held up really well, but there's just a little few minor things that we could probably fix and make better. One of which is the pedals. We'll modify the pedal system because Matt and Will have both experienced the gas pedal getting stuck. So we'll do that, and we're going to put a rubber pedal stop to make it from going too far forward. So that's pretty much it for that. But going forward, so new videos with the go-kart, we'll do some with the C55. Obviously, if we do any car shows or like the car shopping style videos where we go to dealerships, we'll do that. I'm going to continue the How to Build a Go-Kart series. I took a break from that just because I got busy, obviously, like I said in the beginning of the video. So we'll continue with that on like the process of how you go about like building your own go-kart, kind of from start to finish. I've done 4 or 5 videos on that now, so I think we'll go ahead and continue that on with that series. And just anything else that comes up or anything that I think of. So if you guys have any video ideas or stuff you want to see more of on the channel, please feel free to comment below, and I'll definitely think about that and consider that. If you have any questions about the build or anything like that, shoot me a message or a comment and I'll be happy to answer that for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Took a little break just because got married and whatnot. But today we're going to start it up again and start producing more video content for you guys. So thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cause aside from my soul,